Thomas wants Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul picks before this is over. Why is boxing?
Is this so? Here's my
Boxing and
question.
only had celebrity boxing where they had the claymation people fight each other. It's sort of like that's what boxing is now.
I've seen at first I was like, oh, this is going to be good. I think Tyson could probably knock him out. But then now I've seen so many videos of these two like doing stupid shit.
Yeah, it's
together that this is just going to end up being an exhibition and it's nobody's even going to hit one another. It's going to be like watching the NBA All-Star game.
It could be, and you know, if they would have done this 4 years ago, that might have actually been interesting. But the difference between 53 and 57 is a wide gap. You age rapidly when you get into your 50s.
But if you watch Tyson train, man, Tyson still got it, man.
Yeah.
I think he could actually, if it was an actual fight, I think he could probably at least put up a fight against Jake Paul. And I do know, and that's the thing when it comes to Jake Paul, this does nothing for Jake Paul, because if you beat Mike Tyson, anybody with a brain is going to be like, well, the guy was 60. Of course you beat him. But if you lose to Mike Tyson, people are going to be like, wow, you lost to a 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
Yeah, exactly, dude. You lost to Tyson Fury's brother.
Yeah.
Little brother. And when I mean little, I'm not just saying younger, smaller, much smaller, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like an okay fighter, but he lost to him.
Marco says, I heard 18-ounce gloves and headgear. It's a pillow fight.
Oh, my God.
Nick Johnson says, Paul might be faster because of age, but Tyson's power is unmatched even at 56. I mean, I agree. I've watched him, like I've watched the videos of him training. This guy still looks like he can be a I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him. I don't care how old he is.
No, thank you.
But if Jake Paul, if this is going to be an exhibition, and if Marco is right, and this is going to be 18-ounce gloves and headgear, forget it. I don't even want to watch it. I'm not even going to waste my time. No wonder it's going to be free on whatever, Netflix.
I'd rather watch Ozzy Guillen fight Tony La Russa.
It's not even going to be a pay-per-view, which is why I don't think, like, this isn't a real fight. No, this is just a money grab for both guys.
Even the Roy Jones Jr. fight wasn't real. After like the first 2 rounds, I think or maybe after the first round, they told Tyson to stop hitting him in the head.
So and that's where my initial thought was, because people initially were like, oh yeah, this could be a money. Mike Tyson's that one guy who I think is crazy enough that if, Paul hits him just a little bit too hard, it might be an exhibition right up until that point.
Yeah, he might.
And Tyson could just snap and just kill him. Like,
he might.
I saw the video of Jake Paul telling his mom he's going to fight Mike Tyson, and she laughed and says, what if he knocks you out?
Downey Tom says, let's assume they're fighting for real. Make some picks.
I would take Mike Tyson.
Really?
I would take Mike Tyson. If they're fighting for real, I'm taking Tyson.
I mean,
I would put my money on, if it was a real fight, I'm putting my money on Tyson, and I would go and I would bet it, and I would bet large on it.
I don't even think Jake Paul's mom's rooting for him. So, I mean, I root for Tyson. I just can't take a guy who's going to, he'll be 57 when the fight goes off. Is that right?
Yeah.
Does Tyson get to use the tiger? I don't think he owns tigers anymore.
That's fair. Jake Paul, he's just one of those guys, man. He just fights nobodies, and he's a YouTuber, and he's he's one of those guys that just, like, he's the epitome of what's wrong with, social media influencers. Because this guy is made famous for being an ass clown. And that's what he is. I mean, Jake Paul's a clown.
Absolutely. He came out with some like kind of game where you like invest money in it and then you could make money off of it, and he just like took people's money.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of shady things. Yeah, and it's all like they think nothing counts, and because it's on social media, because they filmed it.
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't think it's ever been good for boxing. I don't care. Oh, it brings viewers in. To what? He fought a nobody a couple weeks ago. That Ryan Bolden,
Yeah.
good first name, but he and he the
There's
guy
a
couldn't.
reason he got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, the guy couldn't fight. It was like watching. It was like watching a fight at your local bar, like a boxing match that they have at a local bar. That's what it looked like.
See, he's not a genius, though. He's just, I mean, well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I mean, he's really smart when it comes to screwing people
Marketing
and
wise?
making them thinking that he's something when he's not, because he's not. I really would love for him to, if he's really as tough as he says he is, and if he thinks he's really that good of a fighter, take on one of these UFC guys and crawl on the octagon, crawl into their world.
Oh boy.
Take on a real even if you don't want to do that, take on a real boxer in a boxing ring.
Couldn't he fought Francis? Couldn't he fought instead of having him go in against
No,
Anthony?
Francis Ngannou, I think his weight class is way above Paul's. I don't know. Is Jake Paul a heavyweight?
I think he's a heavyweight. Yeah, I
I
think
don't
he's a
know.
heavyweight. I think he is a heavyweight. I mean, Tyson's considered a heavyweight still. I would think
No, I don't think still.
he's over two. He's over 200.
What's heavyweight? 220 up?
No, it's I think it's anybody over 205 pounds.
I'm looking
If
it
I'm
up right
right.
now.
Downing Thomas should know. Yeah, it's anybody over like I think it's 205 pounds and then up. So I mean, he could fight, and that Anthony
He's a cruiserweight.
he's a cruiserweight. Andrew, boy, this is dumb.
That's what they have him listed as, is that he's a cruiserweight. He's 6'1" and he's 199.
Okay, I would think anybody over 200 then is heavyweight.
Well, I mean, cruiserweight's underneath light heavyweight, right?
No, cruiserweight's I think right under heavyweight. See, I don't know a lot about that. I don't know a lot about the cruiserweight division. The last good fighter in the cruiserweight division was Evander Holyfield, and then he took a bunch of steroids and got up to heavyweight.
All right, so here we go. I'm looking it up right now. So, it goes cruiserweight is 175 to 200. Bridger weight is 200 to 224, which is weird. Heavyweight is 200 pounds or more, which is really weird how that works. Light heavyweight is 168 to 175.